Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca back at the Church of Chewbacca, and today in this video we're going to go over all 32 NHL greats that came out with this They Are Great promo that they're doing with Kellogg's, Frosted Flakes, and Tony the Tiger. Essentially, I'm going to rank these 1 through 32, and I'm not going to go too in-depth on the cards until we get to about the top 15, because I really think any cards below the top 15, they're usable if you're like a fan of that franchise, but they're really not that great of cards if I'm being 100% honest. They might be like some synergy plugs here or there if you need them, but until we get to about the top 15 or so, I'm not going to go too in depth. So at the beginning when I'm doing like rapid fire, just know that I'm doing it because these cards just aren't great. They're just where I have them ranked on the list because I want to do a complete list of all the cards and kind of go over each one and just maybe so you guys know that they actually exist because they didn't really advertise them too well. Before we get into the list though, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you know whenever I'm uploading more videos, and don't forget to comment down below what you guys think about these 32 franchise greats. Maybe you guys agree with this list or disagree with this list, or maybe you might think that there should be some franchise greats that should be on the list that are not there. What I will say is it seems they avoided franchise greats from organizations that already have legend cards in the games through unlocking the icons. So essentially, like, you won't see the Wayne Gretzky's on the Kings or the Oilers, or like a Yari Curry on the Oilers, or Peter Stastny on the Quebec Nordiques, because they already have cards in the game. So kind of take that in consideration when you're commenting down below. Let's get into it. Number 32. Starting off this list at number 32 is going to be the goalie for the Los Angeles Kings. He's Kelly Rudy, and honestly, he's 5'11", not too big. His synergies aren't great with the 2 barrage, even though it does help you with team synergies at barrage. As I said in my team synergies, barrage is not great. Small, not great attributes. His best attribute is his vision, and he has terrible positioning at 80, and he's only an 83 overall. Let's move on to see who's the next card. Number 31. The longtime Florida Panther, and I think at one point in time he's actually a team captain, Scott Mellanby. He's just slow. I mean, he's 80 speed here. He does have a decent shot for a bigger body at 6'1", but he's a winger. Doesn't really take faceoffs or anything. I just think overall there's better cards on this list. Coming in at 83 overall. He does once again though have 2 individual player synergies of Gladiator, which is about a mid-tier synergy. So he could be a synergy plug for somebody that needs Gladiator. Slap him on your 4th line if you really need Gladiator for one of your bigger studs on your team. Number 30. Uwe Krump is the 30th guy here. He has shutdown as a synergy, which is not a very good shutdown other than for defensemen. He does have a very hard shot for a defenseman with 88 power on the wrist shot and the slap shot. But his stick checking, his discipline and stuff is just very low. At the 6'6", I think he's going to trip a lot of people. Not the best skater at 81 speed. Although, like I said, the 6'6" frame and 255 pounds is kind of appealing. But I just really think you're going to get beat up with a lot of tripping calls and a lot of penalties when he hits people. So I got him coming in at number 30 on the list. Number 29. For Chris Phillips overall here, 85 overall, it's kind of ridiculous that he's number 25 on the list. But honestly, he's so slow. 78 speed, 77 acceleration. With it, he might as well be an orange cone. He does have decent checking and defensive attributes for a defensive defenseman, but he's just going to get blown by. Honestly, he's just not very usable. Doesn't have a great synergy with only 1 point on shutdown. Chris Phillips coming in at number 29 on the list here. I do think maybe if you're an Ottawa fan, you could work him in your last pair, but honestly, he's just not worth it. Number 28. MAURICE. I might have butchered his last name, but either way, he played for the Quebec Nordiques, and he's 5'11" defenseman, right-handed shooting, and he does have 2 points for Gladiator. The biggest thing about him, why he's above the Chris Phillips, is literally just because he's right-handed. If he was left-handed, he'd actually be probably switched with Chris Phillips because his attributes are a little bit worse. It's just harder to find righties defensively. But another guy that's super slow, 79 speed, 79 acceleration, even at 5'11", he's going to get blown by all day long. Just not a great card. Let's keep it moving. Number 27. Honestly, I would have loved to see a Marc-Andre Fleury for the Vegas Knights franchise great, because I really think he took them to that Stanley Cup final the first year. They played on his back, or maybe a Marchessault or somebody like that. Somebody that made a huge difference. Maybe William Karlsson. But instead we got Braden McNabb. He's coming in at number 27 on this list. He does have the 2 points for Gladiator, as we've seen with quite a few of these defensemen. He is big bodied at 6'4", but his stick checking and body checking are just pretty low for his height, as well as his 74 discipline. Same thing that I had with Crump. I just think you're going to be worried about him tripping people. He's a little bit higher up on the list than some of the other defensemen because he does have 82 speed, 81 acceleration, but he's still coming in at number 27 on the list. Number 26. In the 26th spot, I have Dave Anderchuk. Honestly, he does have a great synergy with Howitzer, and that could be something that he could be maybe a synergy plug on the fourth line, but he is very slow at 80 speed. And then honestly, Anderchuk was kind of known as like a power forward, a grindy guy, and his checking is terrible. 83 stick checking, that's just not going to get it done as a fourth liner, as a guy you need to kill penalties. He does have a great net front presence with a 93 hand-eye coordination. So like I said, he could be like a fourth line synergy plug if you really need somebody else for Howitzer. But honestly, this card is not good. I don't know what else to say about it. He's too slow. Like I said, only can be used as a synergy plug. Number 25. This surely won't be the only Owen Nolan card in the game, but this is a franchise great for the San Jose Sharks, and this is probably going to be the worst card he has in the game. He might actually have a card that's worse than this already, I think. But either way, 80 speed, too slow, decent shot at the 87 power for each his wrist shot and slap shot, and the 85 wrist shot accuracy. We'll get him with a few snipes here or there. He does have above average hands, but once again, the checking is just not good enough for a guy that needs to be a power forward. The 77 discipline is scary. He's going to take a lot of penalties on the back check. I got this Owen Nolan coming in at 25th on the list. Number 24. Gene Ratelli is another guy. The only reason he's getting up higher up on this list than like the Anderchuk or the Nolan is because of the fact that he's a center, has 86 faceoffs, so he could be a synergy plug for Thief on like the fourth line here. And he actually doesn't have terrible defensive awareness, stick checking, has an above average shot, decent offensive awareness. It's really just the faceoffs. His discipline is even worse than the other guys. 51 discipline. Like, what's he just going around just punching people on the ice? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, why even make a card with 51 discipline? You can't stick check anybody with that card. It's just going to be tripping galore, 81 speed. There's so many. You could have made an Adam Graves here or something at 84 overall, and he would have been halfway decent. This Gene Ratelli is just coming in at number 24 on my list, and he's just disappointing. So really, the only thing that has this Brian Bellows so high up on the list is he has Speedster for 2 points. This is a pure synergy plug guy. Put him on your fourth line. He's going to get that +4 speed, which makes him 84 speed, makes his wrist shot a little bit harder here with 87 wrist shot power. And honestly, then you only need to have like 2 other guys with Speedster. Allows you to have more lineup versatility here. He does have decent hand-eye, decent offensive awareness. The discipline, once again, is scary at 67, but I really think you just use him as a fourth liner. I know for me personally, my fourth line probably only plays what are in-game minutes of maybe 12 to 13 minutes. They don't play a lot. So you could really just use him as a synergy plug on the fourth line for Speedster. That's why he's making up so far on this list. If you're just looking at the card itself, the card is atrocious. Like, I wouldn't really play him in anyone's lineup if he didn't have the Speedster +2. He'd probably be somewhere around 30 on the list, not all the way up here at 23rd. Number 22. RJ Umberger is another guy that is literally a synergy plug. Now, he does have Howitzer for 2 points, which is huge. He could be on your fourth line. You have him and Bellows on your fourth line. You're going to get some speedier guys, some better guys with agility. This Umberger maybe should be a little bit higher on the list because of his synergy plug, but the card is just so terrible that I couldn't put him any higher on the list. I mean, you can see what Howitzer does here, is it does give you the +3 speed, +3 agility, but he's still 79 acceleration. That's slow as dirt. It does give you the shot power, which is pretty decent, but he's going to be inaccurate. And then just the rest of the card is bad. So he's just a synergy plug. That's what got him coming in at number 22 on the list. I do think the 2 points in Howitzer is a little bit more important than the 2 points on Speedster. That's why I got Umberger over Bellows. Number 21. Brian Berard is coming in as a defenseman with a left-handed shot, 6'2", so a decent-sized frame. He's a little bit heavy at 220, to be honest with you, but he does have 2 points for Speedster, so great synergy plug in your third defensive pair. And he does have decent stick checking at 88 stick checking, 88 defensive awareness, and he does have 81 discipline, so he won't trip too many people. And honestly, I think he'll be fine. With 81 discipline, I think you get 80+ discipline. The cards are okay for stick checking. I do think some of the other legends, like the icons with those big disciplines, is great because you just sit there and poke away. I get it's annoying. I get it's cheesy. But hey, you know what? Discipline kind of matters in this game because you don't want to trip people. You get some power plays on guys that can be a little bit hard to deal with. His shot's not great. Like I said, he's going to be a third defensive pair, but to get speedster +2 out of your defense is kind of important. It does end up giving him that 84 speed, as you can see when we activate the speedster. Makes him a little bit easier to deal with, but I got him coming in at number 21 on the list. Number 20. We finally made it to the top 20. Starting off the top 20 here, we have the 85 overall Jiri Lehtinen, and he has 1 point for speedster, so that's a pretty good synergy to have. And this guy could actually be a fourth line winger 100%. At speedster is going to give him that 86 speed, more than decent, going to give him some hard wrist shot power here with 86 wrist shot accuracy. This is one of my sleeper picks here, guys. I don't know what Lehtinen's going for on the market. I'm going to try to post the prices of all these guys on the market once the video gets posted on YouTube, if I can get a list of it. But I do think, and I'm trying to update that list a little bit. I'm going to do some spreadsheet stuff too to try to keep some prices when I do these videos. We'll see if I get to that or not. But I do think this Lehtinen, with the speedster's a sneaky fast at 86 speed. The 81 acceleration is a little bit shaky, but he does have 84 agility. And then he does have good hand stats. If you're looking at his hand stats, you're looking at it here with 88 deking, 88 offensive awareness, 88 passing. The hand-eye is not great for a two-way forward, but he does have great checking. Look at his checking numbers here. 90 defensive awareness, 92 shot blocking, 89 stick checking, and 94 discipline. This guy could be a penalty killer for you on the fourth line with speedster. This is what I'm talking about for a great synergy plug on your fourth liner right here. Jiri Lehtinen coming in at number 20 on the list. The only reason he's not hired, honestly, is because he doesn't have a great card when it comes to speed. If you don't have speedster activated, the card's really not that great. And he's not like a big body. He's not a center or anything. And I do think centers with great faceoffs have a little bit more value than wingers. But number 20, I do think this is a sleeper. Kind of look into him. We'll see what his price is. If he's a good price, then we'll talk about it a little bit more. Number 19. In the 19th spot here, we have Scott Gomez in a Montreal Canadiens jersey, but for the New Jersey Devils. The 5'11", 200-pounders, left-handed shot. He has 84 speed, 83 acceleration, 88 agility, so he's going to be able to do a little bit of the circly back skating stuff that you like to do. I do think you're going to have to play him on the wing, even though he's a center, because he only has 76 faceoffs. Even though I don't think he has an amazing synergy with Thief for only 1 point, he actually does have an above-average card. He has a great setup man as he was in real life with the 89 passing, 89 offensive awareness, 89 puck control, and then his back checking is going to be good with the 90 stick checking, 84 discipline. Relatively fast, like I said, with 84 speed. If you have like distributor or something, it makes this Gomez even more palatable. I do think he could be a third or fourth liner for you on the wing. I got him coming in at number 19 on the list. Number 18. Now, I will say this, Mike Fisher's attributes look pretty ugly at number 18 here. But what I will say is Mike Fisher, every single year, for some reason, produces way above what his attributes are on a card. That's what I'm going with here, and that's what I'm sticking with. I know the attributes are not amazing, and maybe he should be a little bit lower on the list, but he does have 84 faceoffs, which is good enough to be a fourth-line center or third-line center. He's definitely going to be a guy that's optional for penalty killing here with the 88 stick checking, 88 defensive awareness. Now, discipline's a little bit low at 77 discipline. It's a little bit disappointing, but he does have above-average attributes everywhere else. The 82 speed, 82 acceleration, 85 agility is not great. But like I said, he's going to be a guy that just kills penalties. He always seems to play above his attributes. Like I said, he'll score you some important goals. I bet you he'll get you some shorties. He's a right-handed stick. I would play him at center, up the middle on your third or fourth line, preferably your fourth line. I have him at number 18 on the list. Number 17. The 17 spot here, I have Trevor Linden. He has 80 speed, 80 acceleration, 83 agility. I know that's not great, but he's 6'4", the former Vancouver Canuck. This card actually was considered one of the best cards maybe 2 seasons ago. He had like great synergies whenever he was one of the legends. It was 2 or 3 years ago. Everyone's like, I need to have Trevor Linden because he had that wheel. I don't know if you guys remember, but that wheel synergy that allowed speed and everything else. It was like the best team synergy in the game. Obviously, he's fallen off from grace here, not even making it in the top 10 on this list. But you're looking at all around above average stats. You're looking at 85 plus on pretty much everything from shooting, hands, defense, and checking. He is going to be a great threat at 6'4" up the middle or on the wings on your fourth line with the 96 shot blocking, 85 defensive awareness, 88 stick checking in, 95 discipline. So he's going to be a guy at 6'4" that's going to be able to flap his stick all around on the penalty kill as a forward. Fourth liner for sure. I think that he's another guy that if you can get him for cheap, he will probably be worth his price on the 4th line. The biggest problem is he's not that fast and he doesn't have a great synergy with Thief. Number 16. In the 16th spot, we have the defenseman Brian Campbell. He does have speedster, which makes him a little bit more appealing for that 1 point. This guy is Buffalo card. Obviously, he's wearing a Chicago Blackhawks jersey, as you can see, so there might be a Chicago Blackhawks version of Brian Campbell to come later in the game, which would be very nice because he's actually a guy that was a great skater. So the fact that he only has 82 speed and 82 acceleration is kind of a knock on the fact of how good of a skater he was, especially when he was with the Chicago Blackhawks. Looking at his shot, it's also pretty disappointing. Even though he's more of a distributor and a power play quarterback when he was on Buffalo, his shot wasn't so terrible that it should be 85 slapshot power and 82 slapshot accuracy, but that's beside the point. Good passing for breakouts at 87 passing, 88 offensive awareness. Those are pretty good. Looking at his defense, he has 87 defensive awareness, 87 shot blocking, 88 stick checking, and 89 discipline. The speedster is going to make him a little bit faster at the 86 speed, which makes him a lot more palatable in my personal opinion. But he's small at 5'10", and just not being an absolute speed demon and small hurts this Brian Campbell a little bit. Number 15. In the 15th spot, we have the 86 overall Keith Tkachuk, the legendary Phoenix Coyote, but they got him with the Winnipeg Jets because he was on the Winnipeg Jets before they became the Phoenix Coyotes. The Arizona Coyotes is what they are now. He does have 1 point for Gladiator. The 6'2", 232-pound power forward should probably be playing linebacker in the NFL at that size. A little bit heavy for his height, in my personal opinion. 83 speed's not great. But overall, this card is a great power forward for your 3rd or 4th line here on the wing. He's going to play hard in front of the net with the 87 hand-eye, the 86 offensive awareness, and then he's good stick checking, 89, 84 defensive awareness, a little bit low. His discipline, 78's but he does throw the body pretty well with 87 body checking. Overall, this Tkachuk just has pretty good attributes. I don't think he plays at 86 overall. He's probably going to play more at 85 overall than 86 or so. So I do think his overall on his card is a little bit high in my personal opinion. The Gladiator, if it is activated, does make him a little bit better of a power forward. He's going to really be able to lay the lumber at 90 body checking, 91 strength, and 87 defensive awareness, and the 90 slap shot power at that point. Overall, pretty decent shot, pretty good hands. We got him coming in number 15. Number 14. In the 14th spot here, we have Ron Ellis, the Toronto Maple Leafs legend. He has wingman as his only synergy for 1 point. He has 82 speed, 82 acceleration with 90 agility. He is a little fella here at 5'9", 196 pounds. He's going to kind of throw his body around a little bit with 86 body checking, 88 strength. What I like the most about this card is he's right-handed. There's not too many right-handed shots in these franchise greats, at least at the bottom end of it. And he does have pretty decent checking with the 90 defensive awareness, 88 stick checking. Now, the discipline of 52 is a little bit scary, but I'm hoping that it doesn't hurt him that much when I have him this high on the list. I do think being so little at 5'9" is going to allow his acceleration, his speed to be a little bit okay. And he does have 90 agility. So if you're looking for a two-way forward that's in a 3rd liner, 4th liner, which is what this guy would be at this point in the game, I do think that he's going to be sneaky in the corners and stuff with that agility. He does have good stick checking, like I said, minus the discipline. And then you're looking at the offensive awareness, the hand-eye, the passing. Everything else is pretty good. I got him coming in at number 14 on this list. Number 13. Lenny McDonald's coming in at number 13 on this list as a right winger for the Calgary Flames, and he has a beautiful mustache. The ginger right here, coming in 6 foot tall, 196 pounds. Overall, Lanny Mac brings back great memories because if you remember a couple years ago when he had an 89 overall card, was absolutely filthy. I'm hoping this card, minus him being a little bit slower than that card, brings back some of those fond memories. He does have Howitzer, which is a great player synergy for 1 point. 83 speed, 83 acceleration with the 87 agility. I mean, if you get this Howitzer, he gets at 86 speed. He's going to have a very hard shot that's accurate. So Howitzer activated makes this Lanny Mac a very good card, and that's really what I'm banking on here is that you guys are going to get him as a synergy plug for your 3rd or 4th line here, and he's one of the better synergy plugs for Howitzer if you need 1 more point. He does have a great shot, though, with the 88 wrist shot power, 88 accuracy, and then he has 87 slap shot power with 87 accuracy, so a great shooter coming down the wing, and then you have him with not great stick checking, but 86 stick checking is more than sufficient for a winger, and then his 86 defensive awareness with 79 discipline. borderline on the discipline there. But you're looking at some hand-eye here that's decent, some passing. Overall, this card is just above average. Not quite a top 10 card for this list, but with a good shot and a great synergy to help you out, we have Lanny Mack coming in at 13. Number 12. In the 12 spot here, we have Bernie Federico, and it's the 6'1", 194-pound center for the St. Louis Blues. He has Thief for 1 point as his player synergy. He has 82 speed, 82 acceleration with 84 agility. And really what's putting him in this spot right here is his shot. He has a lethal shot with 86 wrist shot power, wrist shot accuracy at 90, then slap shot power 87, slap shot accuracy at 90. So he's going to have a super accurate shot with that 90 from each of the slap shot and the wrist shot. Good stick checking, 89, 86 defensive awareness. For his hands, they're not super amazing, but they're not bad. 91 offensive awareness is definitely going to set him up for those one-timers. I think he could be somebody that plays on your fourth line, but could be like a winger on the right wing as second power play unit, or even the center with the 84 faceoffs. He doesn't have great body checking, 82. Overall, this card, I think, just fits well for plug and play here or there for maybe your special units. If you need him to kill penalties, playing the power play as an extra winger. Number 11. In the 11th spot, I have the 86 overall Kevin Lowe. He's a left-handed defenseman, 6'2", 201 pounds. He's the Edmonton Oilers franchise great. And honestly, this card, minus the speed being 83 and 83 acceleration, he's a pretty good card. I mean, the discipline at 76 hurts the card some, but he has a great shot with both of his slap shot and wrist shot power, 89. The accuracy's at 86. And then you're looking at his offensive awareness, 88. So he's going to have pretty good one-timers that are going to be relatively accurate. He has 86 passing, so not too bad on the breakouts. He does have 90 stick checking, 94 defensive awareness, which is huge. For defensemen, you're always looking at defensive awareness. That's the best stat to look at. It's whether or not they can intercept pucks. That's what defensive awareness is. Can you intercept the puck? Do you have good defensive awareness? Bada bing, bada boom. They correlate with one another. And then stick checking is the next one I look for. So it's always defensive awareness first, then stick checking, and then you want to look at shot blocking and discipline, because shot blocking means when it's the computer, they will get in the way of the puck. As for discipline, at 76 discipline, like I said, that hurts this card a little bit. 6'2" is a good frame for stick checking, aka poke checking. Really like this card defensively. He's just outside of the top 10 because his synergy is not great and his speed's not super good at 83 speed, but you get him with like distributor or something to up that speed a little bit, he's going to be pretty lethal, in my personal opinion. Number 10. So we've made it to the top 10 here, and we're starting off the list with something a little bit surprising for at least my rankings. As you guys have kind of known if you watch any other videos, that I'm not ever too fond of putting goalies on these lists up high, because honestly, until you get to like super late game, goalies matter some, but most of the time, the goalies just get outplayed by great offensive guys anyways. However, I got JSG, or John Sebastian Jaguar, the Anaheim Ducks great goaltender that won the cup with them. And I believe 07 was when they won the cup. I think that was when it was. Maybe it's 2011. I don't know. I'm not a Ducks fan. They won it sometime in the 2000s, around 2010. Either way, John Sebastian Jaguar was amazing then. And what's great about him is he plays huge in the net, even though he's only 6'1". He always has great cards every year that I think play above their attributes. He has great positioning at 90 positioning. He has great vision at 89 vision. Now, his glove high and stick high at 85 is a little bit scary because a lot of guys shoot high here. But he does have good rebound control at 90. So overall, I do think this JSG should be making the top 10, to be honest with you. I think he's one of the better goalies in the game. I don't know what price you can get him at. And Heart and Soul is not a terrible team synergy. It's not like top tier, but it's mid-tier, not super bad. The only thing is you're only getting 1 point. I wish you would get 2 points in Heart and Soul, or maybe 1 and 1. You are getting goalies for their synergies, and I just don't think that JSG's synergy right here is helping the team that much with only 1 point. But I do think his attributes are very good. Just as an individual card, I think he's up there with the Patrick Waugh that you can get with the 88 overall icons, as well as the Martin Brodeur that came out that's 90 overall. I think JSG is right in that same league with those guys. Number 9. In the 9th spot here, we have the 85 overall Sergei Gonchar. He's a left-handed defenseman. He's a Washington Capitals franchise great. He also played for the Pittsburgh Penguins, where he won his Stanley Cups at. And he's 85 speed, 85 acceleration, 88 agility. And then for his shot, I do think they slighted him a little bit here because he had one of the best slap shots in his era of hockey when it came to the early 2000s, late 90s. 87 slap shot power, 86 slap shot accuracy, I think is a little bit low for Sergei Gonchar and the type of player he was. He does have 89 passing for breakouts and 89 offensive awareness, so that will be very good. 90 puck control, so he's going to be hard to get off the puck. He was never a big hitter, so his body checking at 76 makes sense. His stick checking at 88 and defensive awareness at 89 are very good. And then the 80 discipline, like I said, right kind of where that minimum level is. I would like to see his discipline a little bit higher. But at 6'2", 210 pounds, I do like this Gonchar. Got him coming in at number 9 on the list. Workhorse is not the best synergy for a defenseman, although it does help with his endurance, which is at 85. It's not the best endurance. So for Gonchar in particular, it probably helps with him to make the card a little bit more valuable. But I don't know what guys you have to get the workhorse up higher, because I just don't think it's a synergy that a lot of people are after. Number 8. In the 8th spot, we have HENRIK ZETTERBERG. He still plays for the Detroit Red Wings, and he could easily be the franchise great. I don't know if they have the rights to Pavel Datsyuk right now or not. If they do, I think he would be a better franchise great than this ZETTERBERG. I'm not sure if they still have the rights to Datsyuk or not. I think he's still technically on an NHL roster, so they might actually still have his rights. But either way, ZETTERBERG he's been great for the Red Wings. He won a couple Stanley Cups with them. He's a very integral part of the team yeah, he's a little bit older now at 39, so he's like definitely the wily vet. But he's still pretty productive. He was one of the best two-way guys in the entire game. Looking at it right here, he's 85 speed, 85 acceleration, 88 agility. He has a great shot in this game, 88 plus on all attributes. And then you're looking at his hands, 88 plus on all attributes here. Great for shooting, great for hands. The biggest downside of this card is 86 stick checking, 86 defensive awareness. And he is listed as a center here, but he has only 81 faceoffs. So you're going to probably have to play him on the wing. And his player synergy with Thief is not too amazing for ZETTERBERG himself. As you're looking, it helps with the stick checking and faceoffs. So it does make him better with faceoffs. But honestly, he doesn't need stick checking and faceoffs. He needs to have a little bit more speed to make him an absolute elite card. So you're going to want something with distributor in the team synergies. But I do think this is the first card I think legitimately could be on your first or second line on the winger, depending on how good your team is. He has a great shot, and he has great hands, and he's going to score a lot of goals for people. Looking at him coming in at number 8 on the list. Number 7. In the 7th spot, we have the Carolina Hurricanes great Rod Brind'Amour. He's also a great Philadelphia Flyer. I actually hate this guy, but hey, can't be that biased. He's coming in at number 7 on the list. He has Thief just like ZETTERBERG did. So you get Thief on this Brind'Amour. His faceoffs become 95, which might be the highest in the game with the synergy activated. But 90 faceoffs is excellent. He's going to be a third line, second line center for you. He's going to be great on the penalty kills with 88 stick checking, 86 defensive awareness, 88 discipline. He's not going to be great offensively. As you can see, his wrist shot power is 87, but he does not have an accurate shot at 83. And then same with the slap shot. Hard slap shot at 88, but 83 slap shot accuracy. He's decent with his hands. He has 86 hand-eye, 87 passing. So he's not going to hurt you offensively, but he's not going to be super helpful. He's definitely a penalty killer, definitely at least a third-line center. 85 speed, 83 acceleration, 85 agility. This guy right here, he doesn't have a great synergy, but 90 faceoffs. You cannot ignore that. Got him coming in at number 7 on the list. Number 6. In the 6th spot here, we have Jonathan Toews, 86 overall. Chicago Blackhawks franchise great here. Won a couple cups with the Blackhawks. Looking at 85 speed, 85 acceleration, 86 agility. This card's essentially the Rod Brind'Amour we just went over with slightly better attributes. He has better faceoffs, better stick checking, better defensive awareness, less shot blocking. I'm not going to lie there. He has a little bit less discipline. Looking at his hands-eye passing, shooting is pretty much Brind'Amour. His skating is pretty much Brind'Amour. He has a team synergy, though, which is balance, which makes him a little bit better. He's also 6'2", 201 pounds. And Toews is one of those cards. Remember I said some guys just have shots. They just score goals. They play above their attributes. Jonathan Toews is that guy. To be honest with you, he has great faceoffs, 91 faceoffs. He can be your third-line center, penalty killer, and he's going to score goals. He's going to cause havoc on the offensive end because he just has a guy that's built like the right way in the game. His shot seems to generate way more goals than it should attribute-wise. Jonathan Toews coming in at number 6. Number 5. In the 5th spot here, I have Maurice Richard, the Montreal Canadiens great. and he has the team synergy of heart and soul. He's 5'10", 180 pounds. He has a great wrist shot with 90 wrist shot accuracy, 89 wrist shot power. Looking at his speed and endurance and everything here, he's 85 speed, 86 agility, 87 acceleration. So if you do have distributor for your team synergy here, making him a little bit faster is going to make him absolutely deadly. Looking at his offensive awareness, he has 92 offensive awareness, 88 deking. Not the best passer here with 85 passing. He has 87 defensive awareness, 84 stick checking, 88 body checking. So he's going to throw the body around a little bit, but at 5'10", 180 pounds, I don't know how much oomph he's going to have when he actually hits somebody. The biggest thing is really his shot. It's a very good shot. It's better than TOEWS. If you need a center, TOEWS is going to be better than this Richard is. I got Richard starting off the top 5 for these cards because he is a winger. Yes, he's a left-handed shot, but he has one of the best shots in the game with the 90 wrist shot accuracy, 89 wrist shot power. And really the only thing holding him back is speed. And as I've said, distributor. Though that's the best team synergy. Go out and try to get distributor. I get those cards a little bit more. Don't go out of your way to build a distributor team if it doesn't really fit into like the guys you have. Whether you open packs or you bought guys on the auction house and they're the players you like to play with. But he's just really missing speed to be a great winger. I do think this is another guy that could be in your top lines here as a goal scorer. And he's another guy, he plays well. He plays a little bit, I mean, his attributes are amazing for shooting, so you can't say he scores more goals because his attributes are a little bit better, but he's going to make a difference for you offensively. Number 4.5. So guys, I made a little bit of a mistake here. I guess at some point in time they released a 33rd card, or they came out with 33 cards to begin with. As you guys can see, the lighting's a little bit different. So I forgot Brad Marchand when I made the original list. I just did. It happens sometimes. It's a really long list. Had 32 guys on it. I guess really 33. Forgot about Marchand. Anyways, I'm slating him in at 4.5 here. So essentially he's going to be in between the 5th guy to Maurice Richard and whoever the 4th guy is, which you guys haven't figured out yet. But he's going to slate in here at 4.5. He has 85 acceleration, 85 speed, 87 agility. A great shot. That's very accurate with 91 accuracy for each of the shots, 86 power. And then he has great hands at 90 plus across the board. The stick checking is 88 stick checking, 68 disciplines, a little bit disappointing. He does have decent body checking at 88, but he's only 5'9", 181 pounds. And he has balanced as a team synergy, so it kind of goes hand in hand with that Jonathan TOEWS that we talked about at the 6th spot. So honestly, this Marchand is a pretty decent card. I personally don't like the guy in real life. He's kind of a little turd, if I'm being honest with you. I think if he was a little bit taller, a little bit bigger body, he maybe come in a 4-3 spot here. But he's coming in at 4.5. He would really have been in the 5th spot if I didn't have to add him later. So it is what it is. Sometimes mistakes happen. Throwing this section into the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Sorry about this mistake. Number 4. In the 4th spot here, we have the ultimate power forward, Shane Doan, the longtime Arizona Coyote captain, and he has Swarm for team synergy, which is the 2nd best team synergy. If you go look at my team synergy video, you guys would know that. He has 84 speed, 84 acceleration, 88 agility, which is huge, at 89 balance. The agility for someone Doan's size at 6'1", 223 is very big. They gave him an excellent shot. 90 wrist shot power, 87 wrist shot accuracy, 89 wrist shot power, 87 slap shot accuracy. Then you're looking at his offensive awareness, 90 offensive awareness. His hand-eye is a little bit low for a guy that you want to have plugged in front of the net. He is a right-handed shot too, just to mention that since I didn't mention it yet. 90 body checking, 90 strength, so he's going to definitely be nasty in the corners, get guys off of pucks. 90 stick checking, 81 discipline, very good. And then he has 90 defensive awareness. This is a guy that could play in your top 2 lines and then be a penalty killer, be on the power play. He can be all over your team right now. This Shane Doan, he's one of my favorite players to watch. He should be number 19 on your team, as in he wears number 19. And this is a guy, if you get a chance to get your hands on him and he's not too pricey, can fit in your budget, I do think Doan is a guy that's worth trying. Number 3. 3rd on the list is a Philadelphia Flyer, Claude Giroux. And essentially, he's 5'11", 185 pounds, right-handed shot. And every year, this guy has amazing cards. He's one of the best players in the NHL. I'm probably going to have to go take a shower after doing this card. So there might be a momentary pause in the video because I'm going to have to leave my chair, go take a shower for putting a Philadelphia Flyer number 3 on my list without a choice because that's what Giroux is. And whatever. Anyways, looking at his speed here for his skating is 88 speed, 88 acceleration, 90 agility, 83 balance, a little bit low. I don't like that. I wish he'd be a little bit better balanced so he doesn't get knocked off the puck so easily. But he does have 93 puck control, so that should make up for it a little bit. But he will get knocked on his buttocks from time to time. Sorry, can't curse because of YouTube. And then you're looking at his shooting. He has very accurate shot, 90 wrist shot accuracy, 89 slap shot accuracy with 85 power, 86 power, respectively. Then you're looking at his checking. He has 87 defensive awareness, 87 stick checking, 89 faceoffs. Great faceoff guy. He should be on one of your two penalty killing units. Great breakout guy with the 93 passing, 91. I mean, look at his hands. His hands are ridiculous. 91 plus all over the place. I'm sure he's pricey on the market because there are a lot of Flyers fans. But I got Claude Giroux coming in at number 3. Also, guys, I'll be right back. I got to go take a shower. 1 second. Guys, I didn't actually go and take a shower. As you guys can see, I'm still in the same clothes. But either way, it just leaves me... I hate the Flyers so much as a Penguins fan, but he's number 3 on the list. Number 2. So Claude Giroux might have been number 3 on the list, but he's still not better than Sidney Crosby, as he never will be. And I got Sidney Crosby coming in at number 2 on this list. The center for the Pittsburgh Penguins, been with the team for forever, got 3 Stanley Cups, and he plays center, left-handed shooting, 5'11", 200 pounds. And he does have 2 points for Spark as a team synergy. As you guys know, Spark gives you acceleration, body checking, strength, and discipline. Looking at this card, he has 89 acceleration, 91 agility, 87 speed. So maybe he should be a little bit faster. And then you're looking at his shooting. This is a guy. Look at his shot, man. He's not even a goal scorer. He's a setup man in real life. But look at him right here. He has scored 50 goals in a season, so he can't be a goal scorer. But either way, he has 88 wrist shot power, 91 wrist shot accuracy, 90 slap shot power, 89 slap shot accuracy, and then 93 across the board for his hands categories, 89 faceoffs, 91 stick checking, 83 shot blocking, 91 defensive awareness. Another guy that could actually play in your penalty kill. Now, I do have his just regular gold 87 overall card. Personally, I don't know if I'll upgrade him to the 89 because I'm sure his price is expensive. I haven't checked the prices too much recently on all these cards. When I first jotted down the list, I did, and then Thanksgiving came up, and I just didn't have time to put out this list with everything going on with Thanksgiving, the pregnant wife, the dogs, having to go to my in-laws. But I got Sidney Crosby coming in at number 2 on this list. You guys let me know if he should have been number 1, if Claude Giroux should have been above him. If you think that, I don't know what to tell you because you're wrong. But anyway, number 2 on the list. Let's go see who's number 1 and who I think is the only guy that's better than him on this list. Number 1. Coming in at number 1 on this list is the 89 overall Marian Gaborik from the Minnesota Wild, and he does have 2 points for Spark as well, just like Sidney Crosby did. He's 6'1", 201 pounds, left-handed shot. He has 88 speed, 87 acceleration, 93 agility. What I will say is I do think Gaborik's speed should have been 90 plus. I do think he was one of the fastest skaters whenever he was with the Minnesota Wild. He's still actually a very fast skater today. The biggest thing about this Gaborik and what puts him over on this Crosby is Crosby does have an 87 card that's very suitable and can still be playable. Gaborik does not have a card like that, so you can't have 2 Sidney Crosbys in your lineup. But you're also looking at it, he has an amazing shot. 94 wrist shot power, 88 wrist shot accuracy, 94 slap shot power, 88 slap shot accuracy. So that 94 power, he's going to blow pucks past the goalie. He has 88 across the board for his hands, for his puck controls, 89. And he does have great stick checking and great defensive awareness at 88 each. And then he has 92 discipline. That's huge. Also, the 93 strength and the 93 balance is going to make him very hard to get off the puck with 89 puck control. Overall, this Gaborik is a complete right winger on anybody's team. Or you can play him on left wing if you want to have all lefties or you like playing your lefties on left wing. He is listed as a left wing card, but he played right wing when he was with the Minnesota Wild. So I don't know why they have him labeled as a left wing, but it is what it is. I don't know what EA Sports does half the time when it comes to labeling people's positions and all that other stuff. But Gaborik, he's number 1 on the list. I do think he is the best card out of these franchise greats that are not the master set cards. I just think he's a complete player. Could he be a little bit faster? Yes, he could. But honestly, just looking at him overall, I don't think there's any attribute where you're like, oh, well, that's a glaring weakness. He's a very, very solid card. And I think he's a guy that you can get a couple months of work out of. Overall, the best card. Guys, that's going to wrap up the ranking of all 32 of these franchise greats, I know that the Hartford Whalers didn't have one. That wasn't my thing. I don't know. They got 33 teams in the game. They only gave us 32. It is what it is. But if you guys have made it this far, I appreciate all the support. If you guys skipped to this far and just want to see top 5, I also still appreciate the support. Even if you only watch 2 minutes of my videos and you get the information you need out of them, that's why I'm doing it for. I just want to give you guys a complete list. If you watched the entire video, kudos to you. I know it was a longer video, but with 32 guys to go over, what else are you going to do? As always, appreciate the support. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video. You guys have a great day and be safe.